What is up, guys? Knoxzar here, coming to you with another tutorial. This time I'm going to do a motion tracking tutorial. I did one about motion tracking a while back, but I've gotten a lot better at it. So I figured I'd just do another one. So first thing you want to do is render out your cinematic, such as just any cinematic, I guess, that you're going to motion track like this. Render it out in Sony Vegas as a PNG into a folder. Make sure you render it out into a folder. Then you want to open up Buju, go to import sequence, find where you put your images in what folder, click on the very first one, click open, move frame rate to fit or whatever frame rate you have, in my case 59.94, click apply, then change it back again, and click apply, close. Then what you want to do is you want to click track features and click start. So this might take a minute, so I guess I will just come back right after this is done. Alright guys, so we're back and this is almost finished. And yeah, once that gets done, what you want to do is go to camera solve, click optimize camera path smoothness, and click start. This usually doesn't take too long, as you can see. Sometimes, just depending on what version of Buju you have or how good your computer is or just anything like that, sometimes when it gets around in the 80s or somewhere like that, the program might stop responding, but just let it work itself through it. It usually only takes a couple of seconds for it to start responding again. So yeah. And while we're waiting on this, if you guys have any requests for any tutorials or a request for anything, then just let me know. Okay, so after this done, you have all of these little dots everywhere, and you want to go somewhere in the clip to where you want your text or wherever you want to be. So then you go to create scene geometry, add coordinate from hit, go to x-axis, and I'm going to use this one and this one because x is left to right. Connect to selected, add coordinate from hit, and z, which is forward and back. And I'm going to use this one and this one. And the way to select two is you have to click on it and then hold down control and then click on the second one. If you don't, then it won't select two. Then you click update coordinate from hint or update coordinate frame a couple times. Add test object, and you see where your text and stuff will be around in that general area, and that looks perfect. So then you want to go to export camera, change this to Cinema 4D, save it to wherever you want it, and then change the scale to 100. And then once that's done, then you click save and save it to your desktop. So I've already done this exact same thing right here. So we're going to go ahead and open up this right here. And what you want to do is put a background on, which I've already done. Double click down here to make a texture, unclick specular, go to texture, load image. Then you want to go to what folder you put everything in. Click on the very first frame, open, click no, click on the image, go to animation, click calculate, and that adds all the frames into one bundle. Then drag it on the background, and then as you can see, it is just like that, and there's your floor right here. So to add text, you go to MoGraph, MoText. There's my text, and I'm going to make it say Knoxzar presents. And let's go to Typograph Pro, caps, fillet cap, linear. And this is way too big, so what you want to do is just right click on scale, and just scale it down to however big you want it. Reposition it. once you get it in position, then you can tell that it is perfectly motion tracked, just like that. You don't want to go through, well, it's not going through the text anyway. Camera won't go that far. Okay, so I want this to be a little bit higher so it doesn't look like it's on the ground. And perfectly motion tracked, just like that. And you can just move it to where you want it, get everything perfect, and there you go. So once that's like that, you wanna, I'll put this in the description. It's a material pack, so you don't have to make your own materials. It just gives you like 5,000 fucking materials. So what you want to do is you want to find a material that you want to use, and actually, since I want a specific one, I guess I am just going to have to make my own. So what I have to do is double click, make my own, untick specular, click on color, go to color, choose screen color, and I want to make it this color. Go to reflection, do the same thing, click OK. And I want it to have a good bit of reflection, so I'm going to pull it up just a little bit. Then drag it onto MoText. And if you click this button, it's pre-render. As you can tell, there's no reflection whatsoever. So the way to fix that is go to this, add a sphere. Then you need to drag the sphere onto the text and make the sphere, make all the text be inside of the sphere. So make it as big as you need. Then you want to click Control and then click the textural background, drag it to sphere. Right click, Cinema 4D tags, compositing background, scene by camera, receive shadows, cast shadows. Untick all those and tick that one. Then, like you see, there is reflection. Then you can just double click that thing right there twice and it won't be in your way while you are editing, but it still won't show up in the video, as you can see right there. So I want to add a little bit extra something to it, so I'm going to find me a black that I like, or hell, actually we might just use this. Maybe this will look better. Actually, yeah, I like that a lot, but we're going to take take all that specular off because that looks stupid. So there you go. There's that. And I want to add a little black to it, like I said. So I'm going to find just a nice shiny black that I like. Drag it on there and make sure that this is in front of that. So we're going to drag that right there. And then we're going to go to selection. And then capital C and a 1. What that does is that puts the blue color on the front of the text and the black on the side. So it looks just like that. And I'm going to add more reflection to, whoa, that's too much. Add more reflection to this black. And that looks pretty good to me. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. And render settings, just pretty much put this to 0. And you can look down here and see how many frames there are. There's 545, so 545. Save, QuickTime Movie, options. Change this to the frame rate of the video. And then save it to wherever. And we're going to name this Knoxzar Presents. And save. Then go to Anti-Aliasing. Click Best. Then go to Effect. And click Global Illumination. Now what Global Illumination does is it makes just everything look a lot better. It takes a lot more time to render with Global Illumination, but everything looks a lot better. So I'm going to need to add a light since I added Global Illumination. And we'll see how this looks. Okay, so that looks a lot better actually. The textures, the reflection looks a lot better. So then all you want to do is, after you have all that and everything added, you want to make sure anti-aliasing is to best and everything is right. One more final time, then you want to click this button right here, which will start the render. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it, and I will leave a link in the description to the material pack and to the frame pack that not the frame pack, but a file with all the frames in it for this video, so you can do the exact same one if you please. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it. So if you learned anything or if you liked it, then leave a like and a comment, and yeah, I guess until next time, this is Knoxzar and I'm out. Peace.